Greetings, racing fans and hockey fans. Today we've got some red, white, and blue racing from Play Games on the table, and I'm going to run a short race using my homebrew set of driver cards featuring NHL Drivers on in their team colors and their uniform number as the drivers. So we will be running on Watkins Glen International Track, a road course from the 75 Years of Racing set from Play Games. A really beautiful set. And it says 22 turns. I'm probably only going to do 15 turns just to make it a short race and get a little idea of how the game plays. And I would recommend you watch the previous video, which is qualifying week, which will show how I arrived at the lineup for the race here. And coming into the race, there's 4 TV drivers: Ed Belfour, Yari Curry, Bobby Hull, and Alex Ovechkin. And during qualifying week, there were 2 altercations in the pits. So Belfour and Curry had a row in pit row, so they will come into the race feuding. And the same with Bobby Hull and Alex Ovechkin, also had a scuffle in the pits, probably over who was the better goal scorer. And they will also, if the feud result comes up during the race, either one of these pair of drivers will end up feuding. And I did have to make a couple of adjustments to the standings. There was 2 mistakes in the placement during the qualifying. So Gordie Howe and Yari Curry have been switched, and Bobby Orr and Jean Beliveau have been switched to their correct starting position. And if any challenges come up in the bottom group, I'm going to do a dice roll, and it will either be the even or odd numbered cars will participate in the challenge, just to keep the race short, because since they're all-star players, a lot of them have most of the qualities, and a challenge in the bottom group could take a long time. So just to keep things moving along. So here we go, turn 1 at Watkins Glen, which NHL Drivers, Ed Belfour on the pole, and Gordie Howe also in the starting second in the first row with him. And here we go. The green flag is out, and right off the bat we've got a 6, and that is oh boy, that's a feud right out of the opening green flag. We've got a feud, so we're going to roll to see which one of these pairs of drivers are going to feud. They wasted no time getting into this. So I didn't say 1, 2, 3. It'll be these 2. 4, 5, 6. It'll be these 2. So 5. So Ovechkin and Hull are feuding on the opening turn. So let's roll on the feud fume chart to see the result. And that's an 8. The turtle driver goes to the bottom. So the lead, the guy who's further up in the positioning is the rabbit, and the lower guy is the turtle. So Ovechkin and Hull had a little bit of a bumping fenders there, and Ovechkin ended up at the bottom. So we'll move all these guys up, and also I am not going to roll to fill the gap. Also to keep things moving, we'll just move everybody up a position instead of rolling to fill the gap. I know that's, I prefer to play the official rules, but in this case we're just displaying a short race here. Okay, so there's no yellow flag on that incident, so that is all the action in the first turn, the first 10 laps. Hull and Ovechkin went at it, and Ovechkin came out on the short end of that deal. So here we go, turn 2. It's a bottom group challenge. Okay, and it's 4. We're checking the control quality, and let's see if it's odd or even, and it's going to be all the even numbered drivers. Checking for control. So we start with Mike Bossy. He needs 4 gas pedals, and he gets it, and a 6 against the brake is going to be an automatic pass. So we're checking driver 5 on the even side. Sidney Crosby. Mike Bossy uses control to get past Crosby and move into 16th. And Maurice Richard has control. And 3 is in his gas range, and we're checking driver 5 on the odd side. That's Bobby Clark. So Clark has just 1 brake pedal, so Maurice Richard will make the pass into 17th place. Deking in his car around Bobby Clark. No control for Marcel Dion. Wayne Gretzky, double control. Gretzky starting in the bottom row. He didn't have a good qualifying week. So let's see what he can do here. 3, that's in his gas pedal range. So he's going up again against driver 5 odd. So he's going up against Maurice Richard. So Richard has control, and that's the only brake he has. So Wayne Gretzky, 2 legends, going at it head to head here, and Gretzky makes the pass into 17th place. And because he's double control, now he has a shot at the top group. And the 6 is going to be out of his gas pedal range is 5, so we rolled a 6. So Gretzky will remain there. Moving along, Ray Bork with double control. Here we go. Bork, 6 is outside his gas range, but he gets another shot at it, and that's in his range. 6 on the white die is going to be an automatic pass because it will beat any brake pedal rating, because the maximum brake pedal rating is 5. So we're looking at driver 2 on the odd side in the middle group. And that's Dale Howardchuk. He has no, he has control, 1 brake pedal. So Bork has moved up. And was that his first or second roll? Oh boy. My brain is going to be jelly by the time I get to the end of this race. I can't remember if I've done 2 rolls with him or not. Alright, we'll just leave him there and hope for the best. Mario Lemieux with double control. First one, 6 is outside of his gas pedal range, but he gets another shot at it. And 4 is in range. So looking at driver 5 on the even side, Mike Bossy has control, but the 2 will beat his brake pedal rating. So Mario Lemieux has moved his way up into the top middle group. Actually, Lemieux is an odd number driver, so he should not have challenged. That should have been Scott Stevens. So we'll ignore that and we'll check Scott Stevens. Okay, he's got double control. 4 is in his gas pedal range. Looking at driver 3 on the even side, Tim Horton has control, 1 brake pedal. Scott Stevens will make the pass, and he gets a shot at the top group because he's double. And a 5 is outside of his gas pedal range, so he will stay in 12th place. Niklas Lidstrom up next, and he has double control. And a 6 on the against the brake pedal is going to be an automatic pass. So looking at driver 5 in the odd position. So Lidstrom goes up against Wayne Gretzky, comes out ahead, and now he's got a shot at the top group. No one has been able to get into the top group yet. So he's going up against driver 1, Gordie Howe, who has control, 3 brake pedals, and a bonus. That does not beat his 5 brake pedals, so Lidstrom will remain there. Jacques Plante up next. He has control. And 5 is outside of his gas pedal range of 2. Gump Worsley does not have it. Eiserman does not have it. And Terry Sawchuk has control with 2 gas pedals. And that's in his range. Looking at driver 2 on the odd side. Dave Keon has control, but that's it. The 2 will beat his 1 brake pedal. And Sawchuk moves into 11th. That will conclude the second turn. Ed Belfour still hanging in the lead. He hasn't been challenged yet. No top group challenges. Oops, wrong dice. Let's see what we got here for turn 3. And there's a top group challenge. We're looking at the smart quality, and it says add a problem to the end of the turn. Okay. So looking at smart. Dominic, well, first of all, Belfour does not have the smart. He has 2 brakes and 2 brake bonuses. So we're going to need a 5 or 6 on the white die to pass him. So Dominic Hasek has the smart quality and 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. But the 3 does not beat Belfour, so Hasek remains where he is. Smart quality for Jean Beliveau. He's got 5 gas pedals. That's in his range, and the 5 is going to beat Ed Belfour. we've got a new leader in turn 3. Mark that down. Beliveau in turn 3, but we got to conclude the rest of the challenge here. Bobby Orr has double smart in the 5th place position here. He's going up against, all right, so let's check Beliveau. Smart, 1 brake pedal, 2 bonuses. He needs a 5 or a 6. And here we go. And there's a 5. Bobby Orr makes the pass, so turn 3 is turning out to have a lot of action here in the top group. Orr takes over the lead. And Stan Mikita has smart, and he's going to need, all right, so Orr has control, two brakes and 2 bonuses. Mikita's going to need a 6 on the white dice to move into first, and he does not get it. Yari Curry has the smart quality, 3 gas pedals, and he does not make the pass. And here we go, Gordie Howe against Bobby Orr. Classic matchup of 2 hockey legends, now our 2 race car driver legends. And the dice is on the floor. So Gordie Howe has smart and 4 gas pedals, and that's in his gas range, but he needed a 6 to pass Bobby Orr. He does not make the pass. Bobby Orr is our new race leader at the end of the 3rd turn. Here we go, turn 4. Lots of action here, and we've got a duel. And 7 is another feud. And let's see. All right, we'll hold that roll. We forgot to do the problem for the top group here, so let's take care of that. So it's driver 3. No, let's see. Red die indicates driver in the top group, so it's Gordie Howe. Okay, so we're checking. Gordie Howe is going to have a problem here. After challenging Orr, he might have gunned his car too hard there, and he may end up at the end of the pack. 61, engine running hot, roll for repair. Oh boy, a little too aggressive there for Gordie Howe. The elbows were flashing. So his we're in the first third of the race, so his repair rating is A. So anything but a 12, and he will remain in the race. And there he is. So Gordie Howe moves to the back of the pack. Engine running hot will move everybody up a spot. We're not going to bother to roll to fill the gap, just to save time here. Try to keep the race nice and compact. You can see where this takes a little bit more time instead of the other way of playing the bottom group without a play mat, where you just keep all the bottom drivers in a pile. So, but I prefer to do it this way so I can see all the drivers in their position. So that was all the well, all right, that was still part of turn 3. Okay, so now we're doing the dual feud in turn 4. So let's see which drivers, which pair are going to feud again. So 1, 2, 3, Ovechkin and Hull. 4, 5, 6, Belfour and Curry. And is Belfour and Curry going to have a duel this time? And they're both in the top group, so someone's going to have a problem here. Here we go, feuding. 9. The turtle is out of the race, and there's a yellow flag. So Curry's ahead, he's the rabbit. Belfour is the turtle. They went bumper to bumper, fender to fender. Belfour has knocked himself out of the race for some feuding, and the yellow flag is out. So let me mark that down. Belfour out. Turn 4, feud. So Hasek moves up, and again, we're just going to move everybody up. This does take some time, but it's okay. So we've got some early exits from the race here early on. Belfour out for feuding and fuming with Yari Curry. And the yellow flag is out while they get the track cleaned up. So that concludes turn 4 and a yellow flag for turn 5. We're on to turn 6 now at Watkins Glen. Bobby Orr the leader. Yari Curry right on his heels. And we've got, oh boy, another bottom group challenge. I don't like these bottom group challenges. So we're checking the smart quality. And let's see, odd or even? It's the even number drivers this time. So we go with Gordie Howe, trying to get back in it with the smart quality. And five is outside of his gas pedal range. He does not move up. Sidney Crosby, checking smart. 4 is outside his gas pedal range of 3. Bobby Clark, he has a double smart and 4 gas pedals. That's in his range, going up against driver 3 even. Brian Trottier has double smart and a brake pedal, but the white die beats him. Clark moves up, and Clark is going to have a shot at the top group. Can he make it? 4 gas pedals. That's in his range, going up against driver 5. Bobby Hull has smart, 1 brake and a bonus brake. The 4 beats him. Bobby Clark has muscled his way into the top group. We're checking Marcel Dion for smart, and he has 4 gas pedals. And that's in his range. He's going up against driver 6, odd. Paul Coffey does not have the smart quality, does not have brakes. Easy pass from Marcel Dion into the middle group, 19th place. We're checking Maurice Richard. He does not have the smart quality. Gilbert Perrault with double smart. And there's a 2 that's in his gas range. He's going up against 4 even. Mike Bossy has smart, no brake pedals. Easy pass for Gilbert Perrault, and he's got a shot at the top group. 4 gas pedals, here he goes. That's outside of his gas range, so Perrault sits in 14th place. Dale Howardchuk has smart. 3 gas pedals outside of his range. Tim Horton has smart, 2 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 4, odd. He needs 3, so he's got smart, 2 brake pedals. Does not the 3 does not beat him. Wayne Gretzky, double smart, 5 gas pedals. That's in range. A 6 is an automatic pass. So we're looking at driver 1, odd. Gretzky gets past Bork, and he's got a shot at the top group. 5 gas pedals. And that's in his range. He's going up against driver 4. So Hasek has smart. He has 3 brake pedals and 1 bonus. Gretzky does not get past Hasek. Hasek making a great save on Wayne Gretzky there. So we are on to Jacques Plante, still in the bottom group here. Okay, that's in his gas range of 2. Driver 4 even. So Gilbert Perrault has double smart, but the white die beats his gas range. Jacques Plante moves up. Gump Worsley does not have it, and Steve Weiserman will conclude the bottom group challenge with a gas pedal range of 3. That's in his range. 6 is an automatic pass. He's going to pass driver 2, odd, and he gets past Jaromir Jagr into 11th place. That concludes turn 6, and here comes the pit turn. We're just going to do 1 pit stop since we're only doing 15 laps. So this will be a good spot to pause the video, and I will come back with the pit stop. Okay, so we've got a turn 7 pit roll coming up. See if any drivers are going to get a performance chip to help them in the second half of the race. So let's see what group. And 6, I believe, is TV drivers, and the leader if he's a TV driver. Okay, so you know what? Even though Alex Ovechkin is in the bottom group, as a TV driver, we're going to let him roll for a fast pit. I know that's not in the rules, and so yeah, one of our TV drivers is already gone, Ed Belfour, for that early feud. So Bobby Hull and Yari Curry. So we're just checking for a fast pit for 3 drivers here. So Ovechkin, his fast pit is a 9. And there's a 6, so Alex Ovechkin gets a performance chip. And here's where we've got to move everybody back so he can get to the front of the line. So Ovechkin giving himself a chance to come back here in the second half of the race after winding up at the back. Okay, so for the middle and the top group, we're going to switch 1 and 6 position. And Curry and McInnes. I believe that comes before we roll. Yeah, that comes before we roll. So Bobby Hull, fast pit of 11. Okay, so he gets a performance chip. And Yari Curry, fast pit of 8. And he gets a performance chip. And Curry's going to end up right back where he was to begin with before we reordered him. And we will move Bobby Hull up. Okay, and the final part of the pit stop is the challenge to the leader. And we see which car will challenge. So the white die will be the position, and the red die will be the gas pedal. So challenge coming out of the pits here. Driver 4, but the 6 is going to be outside of his gas pedal range of 5. So Bobby Orr remains the leader coming out of the pits in turn 7, but he's got to be worried about Curry now. Curry's car is really dialed in from that pit stop. The pit crew did a good job. He's got a performance chip now. He could unseat Bobby Orr here in the second half of the race. So we're on to turn 8. Okay, on to turn 8. Here we go. And top group 10. TV drivers get the challenge. Yari Curry's the only TV driver, and he's going to pass because he's got the performance chip. The only question is, does he keep it? So Orr has 2 breaks and 2 bonuses, so a 5 or 6 on the white dice. He will pass and keep the chip. And he's got 3 gas pedals. So it's in his gas range. It does not beat Orr's brake pedals, so Curry will spend the chip to move into first place in turn 8. We have a new race leader, Yari Curry. That was a fast turn, so on to turn 9. So let's take a look at the top group. Curry, Bobby Orr, Al McInnes, Stan Mikita, Jean Beliveau, Dominic Hasek, and Bobby Clark. Here we go, turn 9. Top group again, 6, reflex quality. Dominic Hasek has double reflex. Curry has double reflex, no brake, and 2 bonuses, so he needs a 5 or 6 on the white die to do it. Hasek has 3 gas pedals outside of his range, but double reflex, he gets another shot. That's in his range. The 6 is going to pass. Dominic Hasek is our new leader in turn 9. Mark that down, and we still have to finish checking the rest of the group here. Jean Beliveau has reflex. So Hasek has 3 brake pedals, double reflex, double bonus. So he's going to need a 6 on the white die to pass. And Beliveau has 5 gas pedals. And he did it! 5 gas pedals. He rolls the 6 on the white die. In turn 9, Beliveau moves into the lead. And we are still not done with this turn. Lots of lead changing here on turn 9. We're doing reflex. Mikita does not have it. Al McInnes has double reflex. So he's got a shot. 4 gas pedals. And let's see. So Beliveau has reflex, 1 brake, 2 bonuses. Need a 5 or 6 on the white die. Does not pass, but McInnes gets another chance. And Al McInnes has passed Jean Beliveau. The lead is just up for grabs here in turn 9, and we still have to roll for Bobby Orr. One more chance. Can Orr get past McInnes? 2 defensemen vying for that lead. And Orr, it's in his gas range, and let's see, he's got 2 reflex, no brake pedal, 2 bonus, so he needs a 5 or 6. He's got the 5 on the white die. Bobby Orr is our new leader at the conclusion of turn 9, gets the lead back that he had from turn 3. So turn 9, which it's not 1 lap, a turn is like about 10 laps. So over the course of 10 laps, 4 different drivers held the first place position in turn 9. On to turn 10. And there we go, there is a duel. and it's going to be 5. Driver 5 in the top group is going to gets to duel the second place driver. So Curry is going to duel with Al McInnes. So he's got to roll within his gas range of 3. If Curry wins the duel, he gets a performance chip. If he loses, he's to the back of the pack. And Curry loses it. Okay, so Curry loses the duel. So we're checking his escape rating to see if he remains in the race and he escapes any problem there. Let's see. The loser goes on fumeless. Yeah, so okay, so that is Curry escapes any trouble with that fender bending duel with McInnes there, and the yellow flag is out. So that concludes turn 10. Turn 11 is a yellow flag turn, and we're back in action with turn 12. 3 turns to go here at Watkins Glen. Middle group 5 is the skill quality. So double skill for Wayne Gretzky. Here's his chance to get into the top group and maybe challenge Bobby Orr for the lead. And 6 is going to be an automatic pass. So he is it's in his gas range. He's going up against driver 2, Jean Beliveau. Gretzky unseats Beliveau, and Gretzky is gunning for Orr now. He's going for Orr. 5 gas pedals, and of course Orr has got what were we checking, the skill. Orr has double skill, 2 brakes, two bonuses. So Gretzky's going to need a 5 on the gas and a 6 on the white die. And he gets it. Wayne Gretzky, bold move there. Double skill, muscles his way into the lead past Bobby Orr in turn 12. 2 legends going toe-to-toe here on the racetrack. And so we're still checking the middle group here for skill. Marcel Dion, he has 4 gas pedals, and that's in his range, and he does not pass McInnes, who has skill and a bonus, so he doesn't get past him. Arturs Urbe, 2 gas pedals, out of his range. Larry Robinson, 4 gas pedals. That's in his... Oh no, but he's triples, so that's a problem for Larry Robinson. Let's go to the problem finder chart. And that's a 52. Clutch problem, roll for repair. Pit crew A, no clutch problem. And Robinson has a pit crew B, so we got a roll for repair in the last third of the race. So a B problem is 4. No, so that Larry Robinson is out of the race in turn 12. Did not repair his vehicle, and we are still doing challenges here. Skill, Niklas Lidstrom with a 5 gas pedals. That's in his range, going against driver 2, McInnes. Skill, 1 brake bonus, and a 3 will pass it. So Lidstrom gets past Al McInnes into second place. Jacques Plante, 2 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 2, but he's not going to pass Lidstrom with a 1. Skill. Scott Stevens, 4 gas pedals. That's in his range. A 6 will be an automatic pass of Dominik Hasek. So Stevens moves into 5th place. And Dave Keon with skill and 4 gas pedals. 6 is outside of his gas range, and here's Bobby Hull with skill and a performance chip. He will automatically move into the top group. So he's going up against driver 4. So Stevens has skill, 2 brakes, and a bonus. So the white die does not beat it. Bobby Hull has to spend his performance chip to get past Scott Stevens. And now we've got the two TV drivers in the top group here, and that concludes turn 12. 3 turns to go at Watkins Glen. Wayne Gretzky is our new leader, and he's got Niklas Lidstrom, Bobby Orr, Stan Mikita, Bobby Hull, Bobby Clark, and Jari Kurri on his tail. Here we go. And top group challenge of skill. So we've got Yari Curry, 3 gas pedals. And let's see, double skill, no brakes, brake bonus, so he's going to need a 5 or 6 on the white die. And there's a 6. Yari Curry takes the lead back that he had in turn 8. In turn 13, Yari Curry gets by his line mate into the lead. So, but its turn isn't over yet. Far from over. Bobby Clark has double skill and 4 gas pedals. That's in his range. So he's got skill, no brakes, and a bonus. The 5 is going to beat it. Curry's lead is short-lived. Bobby Clark is in the lead. And here comes Bobby Hull with 5 gas pedals and double skill, brake pedal, brake bonus. He needs a 6 on the white die. Does not get it. Stan Mikita with skill. He's got 4 gas pedals. But the brake, he does not beat the his brake number. What did we say? Double skill. Yeah, he needs a 6. Bobby Orr with double skill. And he's got a, nope, 6 is outside of his gas range. Spoke too soon there. But he's got another shot at it. He needs a 6 on the white die. He does not get it. Bobby Clark holds off Bobby Orr. And a final challenge of turn 13. Niklas Lidstrom with 5 gas pedals and 5 brakes. Bobby Clark has double skill, 1 brake, and 2 bonuses. Holds him off. Bobby Clark is our new leader, turn 13. 2 turns to go at Watkins Glen. Anything can happen. Looks like we forgot to move some things up here. I know there's going to be mistakes. You can point them out to me in the comments. As Steve Towers says, you lose a few brain cells once that camera goes on. So I'm sure there's quite a few blunders here. So here we go. No matter. Turn 14. And we got the middle group 6, reflex. Checking reflex in the middle group. Alex Ovechkin has reflex, and that performance chip is going to help him get into the top group. So against driver 5, and Yari Curry has double reflex, 1 bonus. The 3 does not beat it, so Ovechkin will spend the performance chip, and Curry went from the lead all the way back to 19th. Did not have the stamina to finish this race out strong. So we're checking reflex with Jean Beliveau. He's got 5 gas pedals. That's in his range. Going against Gretzky, double reflex, 1 bonus, does not pass. Marcel Dion has 4 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 6, double reflex, 1 bonus, no brake pedals. Marcel Dion gets past Wayne Gretzky, so Gretzky goes from the top group back to 17th. Reflex, Arthurs Urbe with 2 gas pedals. That's outside of his range. Double reflex for Al McInnes. He can get back into the top group. He's going up against driver 4. So Hull has double reflex, a brake pedal, and a bonus. Does not pass. McInnes has got another shot. And driver 5. Ovechkin has reflex, brake, and a bonus. Doesn't pass. McInnes remains in 15th. Jacques Plante with 2 gas pedals, and that's outside of his range. Steve Yzerman with 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 5, reflex, brake, bonus. That's only 3. 5 is enough to pass it. Steve Yzerman is in the top group now. Double reflex for Dominik Hasek. He's looking to get back into that top group. He had the taste of that lead briefly back in turn 9. So 5 is outside of his gas pedal range. He's got another shot. His gas pedal is 3, and that's in his range. Driver 3. Mikita does not have reflex. He has 1 brake, 1 bonus. The 3 is enough to pass it. Hasek is back in the top group. Terry Sawchuk with 2 gas pedals. That's in his range. A 6 will be an automatic pass of the driver in the 4 spot. Sawchuk gets past Bobby Hull. And Scott Stevens will conclude turn 14. And he gets a 3 going up against driver 2. or has reflex, 2 brakes and a bonus, not enough to pass. That concludes turn 14. 1 turn to go. Bobby Clark looking to wrap up a win here. The white flag is out at Watkins Glen. Let's take one look at the top field here. Bobby Clark, Nicholas Lidstrom, Bobby Orr, Dominic Hasek, Terry Sawchuk, Steve Eiserman, and Marcel Dion. The final roll of the game, of the race. And it's going to be a middle group, so Bobby Clark, unless somebody has a double, Bobby Clark's going to be our winner. Smart quality. So Yari Curry, 3 gas pedals. It's in range, but the 2 is not going to beat Nicholas Lidstrom, who has 2 brakes and a bonus. Smart quality for Jean Beliveau, 5 gas pedals. Driver 3. Let's see. Smart, 3 brakes and a bonus, does not pass him. Double smart for Wayne Gretzky. Here's a chance to win it. He could get into the top group and he could pass Bobby Clark. 5 gas pedals. He's going up against driver 1. We're checking the smart. So he's got smart, 2 brakes and a bonus, does not pass. Wayne Gretzky is not going to win the race, but he can get into the top group. And going up against driver 3. So right away he's got 3 brake pedals. Smart and a bonus, does not pass. So Gretzky does not get passed. Stays in the middle group. Archer Zerbe with 2 gas pedals. That's in a range, but a 1 is not going to be enough to beat any brake pedal. Al McInnes with 4 gas pedals. That's outside of his range. Jacques Plante with 2 gas pedals, outside of range. Pierre Pelot with 2 gas pedals, outside of range. Alex Ovechkin, 5 gas pedals, is in his range, and his automatic 6 is going to pass any brake level, so he gets past Marcel Dion into the top group. Stan Mikita with 4 gas pedals, going up against driver 4. He's got smart, 2 brakes and a bonus, not enough to pass. Bobby Hull, 5 gas pedals, going up against driver 5. He's got smart and a bonus, not enough to pass. Here's the last chance for somebody to unseat Bobby Clark. Dave Keon has double smart. He could get into the top group and then challenge Bobby Clark. Whoops. And a 1 on the brake pedal is not going to be enough to pass. So we'll do his second roll, and that's in his range. Driver 2, 3. So he's got Bobby was double smart, 2 brake pedals and a bonus, not enough to pass. And finally, we'll just do Scott Stevens to see if he can get into the middle group. The winner is going to be Bobby Clark. So 4 is in his range. Driver 5, he's got smart, no brakes, and a bonus. So Stevens moves into 6th place. The checkered flag is out. Bobby Clark is your race winner in turn 15, Watkins Glen. Congratulations, Bobby Clark. Let's give you a close-up of his card there. Okay, so let's round out the top 10. Bobby Clark, Nicholas Lidstrom, Bobby Orr, Dominic Hasek, Terry Sawchuk, Scott Stevens, Alex Ovechkin, Steve Eiserman in 8th, Dave Keon in 9th, Bobby Hull rounding out the top 10. And that concludes our race of NHL Drivers at Watkins Glen. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. I also have a set of NHL teams as drivers, and I also have a set of blues guitarists as drivers. So maybe somewhere down the line I will conduct another race with those homebrew card sets. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you later.